beat. I'm a bezo mu yo. Dawe wo. Wali fene no wanne mo wogodi yanwe. Ta osu enwele onu. Osu enwele onu. Onye filo, anye filo lie. Yetigna wanne wana wogodi. Ala gagba ndị ala nwanne ebu nwonye achọrọ m ịnwa. Ala gagba ndị ala ewo, ala gagba ndị ala ewo, ala gagba ndị ala ewo, ala gagba ndị ala e. I said the donkey yo. Abu chike ọnụ ọma nwere feneme nwogodu osu enwele ọnụ. Ọbụla anyị ka a na-emelụ mmacha. Ị na-amacha mmacha based on n'efilo na ị na-eme one or two. Nna, we know they see your face. Mụa mbịa ebe a nkọtọsi ilu crypto money ka ife na-eme ọlụchi osu nwoke adị Igbo gbachi ike adasi na France na-eme ifie nwanne onwere onye na-afụ iru n'ofesi n'olele taa makwife a na Igbo eze onye Sloji Michael na Dakar Senegal ka ife na-eme nwanne m onwegodi ya nwe ezigbote onye Senegal onye Dakar nwanne ka agbalụ gị asị nwanne ka isi ọma onwere ife na-eme a ga-egburu nwanne a ga-egburu Zaire egbuola ụzọ anyị na onye na-anọrọ onye na-apụrụ n'ụzọ akọrọchụ ọnya etu aka ọlụ ogolọma Mazi chike ọnụọma andikol owogodi nyanwe ya mana anyị mana ọnwarọkwa taa osu enwere ọnụ nwanne makwa ife a na-alụ ife a midweek yo. Ọ bụrụ na ije na Naijiria ya ka n'ebe onye sepụrụ onwe ya na Naijiria nwanne onwe ezi nothing ịbanye gaa na eze makwa ife a na-akọli seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, every other thing shall be added. Isiki go seek taya abanye ego onye banye ọbanye ego ekonye ego n'ọkụ ekonye ego ọga cool down and the cold Uche John Henry eze onye ekonye ego if you don't enter you go dey go no face for this job. How for you? Anybody we don't enter. Forget story. Leave her for Mama Ngozi and the yard. We move. If I have a Zion, now the Zion cool down. Go and sit down. Okay, gently spirit. Chike on one no good. Can never you. Chinon such the belly. Uncle. Uncle Asungata no face CJ Mattis Uche John Henry Mwene Chisom Kenchabo Mwane Amara Manoma good Akaralo I was on near see Kapabagi Uncle School or Danoga. We know they see anybody face. Mazi Wana. So I see they be when they can piage fembia because more time. I don't get time. See, I don't know where they wash me from. See, if you do Lagos, they wash me now. I won't make you take a proper look at me. Look at me very well. Talk through. I don't be like people who come from Yankee. Talk through. No, they envy the stuff. Oh boy, see jacket. Now you go fear. See the attire where I carry. Oh boy, rapia. Only you got your was. Come up with liver. Ebanya chacha ngeli ego iti ego liege ego na. No be. Tesin zerem kaifene. Na mapa me feel. So ja ibu lo dila. Na me I don't understand you. See, make I tell you, if you check our caption, because I know one waste time. Everybody where they call himself say he come from Biafra land, I won't make you listen. See, I won't make you listen and listen very good. This will not be sentiment matter. You go just keep sentiment where you supposed to. You know why I won't use broken this night to run this package? I won't use broken run the package because MNK himself, the person will make me they do this video. MNK, they use English, they talk to them. Me no say it's a shameful thing, say for Nigeria, for me to communicate with that person, wait to say me and na the same Nigeria, na English, and me and we are not English. We be pure Africans. But for us to communicate like brothers now, we need to apply a foreign language. It's so appalling. But what can we do? This is the situation we find ourselves in. We got no other choice than to comply. So that's the reason why I want to talk to you tonight with English language. But make a Yoruba man, let the UK, United Kingdom or whatever, make them know say we not too like say we can address each other as Africans with English language, man. Look at it now. Though it's not your fault. It's not your fault. I'm not blaming you. We Africans, by now we are supposed to have done something. But look at us. We are just there sleeping, talking nonsense every day. Well, listen and listen good. I'm not going to keep you waiting. Let me just take you straight to the point. Where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is right now is not where we wish him to be. Everybody knows that very well. This is a family man we're talking about. A man that has a family. He has a wife, children, and then extended family. But look at where he ended up. Why? And it seems like we are not talking about it. Even though we know that, Nigeria will move, like the Zionites will tell you, we move. Things are happening, like chain of events lined up. Then we can't just, stand still or stay stagnant, marking time, discussing one thing every day. We know that eventually we're not going to achieve any result, but we just have to keep moving. I know very well that where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is right now is not where he wishes to be. Neither do we wish him to be there. But due to circumstance, and in life they say, sometimes you hear that somebody is a victim of circumstance. It means that there are circumstantial moments in our life. So it happened to him, and he ended up where he is now. But one thing I know for sure, I am one of those people who so much believe that things will always happen, and the way I see things that make me to be moved to discuss Mazi Nnamdi Kanu tonight, I see him becoming free in no distant time. And I know very well that IPOB, Indigenous People of Biafra, has come out to say, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before you hand over power or before you leave office. This is addressing the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria now, President Muhammadu Buhari, saying you have to do this before you leave. And I would like to tell the IPOBians that it's unnecessary now. It's unnecessary. Let me tell you one thing I so much believe in. If you think so much that my life depends on you, if you think that without you I will not survive, I will tell you to go to hell, that I'm going to survive. And I would like you to be there and watch me do it myself. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been there almost 2 years. This is the 5th month. By next month now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be clocking 2 years in DSS dungeon, not even in the prison. The federal government, after everything, has decided to continue to keep him down or to keep him wherever he is now. We are not happy. Forget the fact that I always come out here and tell you that I am not a member of IPOB and whatever. Even though I'm not a member of IPOB, but I love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu naturally. And so many other people loves him, not because they are IPOBians or that they belong to Biafra or pro-Biafranists and whatever. But there is a special love that came from our hearts that made us to love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If not for anything, because I want to set the record straight. I've always said it time without numbers. There are things about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that I so much like. Me, I'm talking about myself now. Above all things, the courage. When it comes to life, the spots for spots, stripes for stripes. You have never seen the leopards, the spots now, moving with a zebra, the stripe. No, the zebra moves with the zebra. The stripes, like the stripes. And now the spots, leopards, move with leopards. The two cannot match together. I see something that I have in him, the courage, the ability to be bold, even in the face of tyranny, the ability to speak out, even when they are invading your privacy, even when they are trying to subdue your spirit, you still stand your ground to tell them, look, no matter what, I know I can go down, but you can never stop me from speaking out. So that is one thing that I so much like about him. I've seen so many times when he withstood this federal government of Nigeria that you know very well are willing to destroy, to kill, to eliminate, to delete, to tarnish, to do whatever, and nobody will question them. They've got the court. The judiciary is crippled. The legislature is just, I don't know, everything is just upside down under the whims and the caprice of federal government of Nigeria. But still, everything that has beginning, everly, will have an end. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being there, I know that very soon he will be out. That is why I would like to pass a message to IPOB. Don't beg Muhammadu Buhari. That is you, like showing your weakness. You are not begging. You have begged enough. You have given enough time. You have lived with hope, and everything failed you. Now, I heard Simon Ekpa again talking about sitting at home on so day, unless they release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Look, let me tell you something. We have come to that stage when we will be reasonable for once. Listen, I am not a Christian to say, but I want to take you to the Bible. There is something I need to touch on. If you go to the book of, I'm not so sure now, but I think Isaiah, where it says that the year that King Uzziah died, Isaiah saw God. Go to the book of Isaiah chapter 5 or Isaiah chapter 6. Check it from there. You're going to see it. It says that the year King Uzziah died, I, Isaiah, saw God. There is something I need you to pick from there. Isaiah had been a prophet of God for many years without seeing God. But all these years, Isaiah had been the prophet of God. Uzziah was the king, and Uzziah had been alive, very, very much active in the life of Isaiah. Isaiah happens to be a prophet of the Most High God. But that very year that the king Uzziah died, Isaiah saw the glory of God. Now let me bring you to what it is here. Had it been the king did not die, I'm sure you know that Isaiah wouldn't have seen the glory of God. But the very moment that that king died, the glory of God was revealed to Isaiah. He was able to see God. And now, bring it down to us now. A king could be that man you so much believe in, who you think your life relies on, who you think you couldn't do without, who you think is everything to you. You never knew that this man that is so much alive in your life has been the reason why you have not broken through. That is the reason why you've not been able to see the glory of God, because you've been living under his shadows. Let him die so that you'll be able to see the glory of God. Listen and listen good. Muhammadu Buhari, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, is about to die. Not a physical death, but he will soon die actively, politically, in the lives of Nigerians. On the 29th of this month, he will cease to be the leader. He will cease to be the king. He will cease to be the president. He will cease to be everybody, everything that Nigeria is relying on. Very soon he will fade like a smoke before the wind. We will not see him anymore. So why do you have to bother yourself? Don't worry. Don't worry. He will soon go. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been in prison for 1 year, 11 months now. He's been in prison. Not even in prison, in DSS dungeon. He's been surviving. Buhari has been doing his thing. Very soon, Buhari will die in our lives as the king he is, and then the glory of God will be revealed. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went in there as a villain, but surely he's coming out as a conqueror. I have one song for you. The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here. Very soon, you hear it. Nzobu, Enyimba, Enyi. You go hear that now. Everybody go hear that. Every tongue, every ear go hear that. Even those ones who don't they write their nonsense, when I go soon they hear that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu go come out. And when he come out, you go see the full glory. This one not be say I dey wan woo you, but I dey tell you, I never see. I don't dey talk am from time. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you feel no like am. You feel no like him, but there must be something. There must be something about him that you will like. That is the gospel truth. There must be one thing. Another thing I like about him is taking it straight to those elders who feels that they are untouchable. Even you know very well that I, as a person, I don't see your face and I don't spare you. I am going to tell it to you the way it is. What can you do? Is it not to shoot? To bring your soldiers, nothing more. I don't give a shit. I am going to tell it to you how it is. You call yourself an elder. You call yourself a king. You call yourself a leader in Igbo land. Whether it's a socio-cultural organization's leader or the youth wing or whatever you call yourself in Igbo land. And then we are being subjected to all this nonsense. They put us so lowly that we couldn't even speak out. They are kneeling on our necks and you couldn't speak out. Come on, man. Is it because you have attained that position that you think no man could ever attain? Or is it because you have made that money you think nobody could ever make? What is it that you have gained that stopped you from speaking out for your brothers? I am telling you here, over 80 million lives. Over 80 million lives. Now, these survivors that made this 80 million you are seeing approximately, have you thought about how many that could have come from that 5 million that was killed, I'm talking about 1967-70 now, in the Biafran Civil War. The way they tagged it, they didn't say it was a pogrom, they didn't say it was genocide, but they told us it's a war. Well, it's fine. We accepted the fact that it's a war. And then, why I want to bring it to you is that I am not so happy in a way with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Look, I am not hiding it, and I'm not missing words here. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu couldn't stand fully well to uphold our heritage, which is our culture and tradition, taking us or to align us with Israelis. I am not so happy with it. But that aside, whenever we remember, listen, there's an adage that says, when you touch the hair, you remember Isieke. Listen and listen good, my brother. Remember what happened in 1967-70 when they denied our brothers, when they cut off the food supply from us, when they couldn't give us water to drink, and they killed us. Not only did they kill us, not only are we crying because our brothers invaded us, but by the powers or by the support of those ones we look up to today, that you and I, that you will always criticize me, if not for them, if not for them. If not for them, my brother, we are talking of 80 million. We would have increased to 120 million now. Remember 5 million that passed away as a result of these people who supported the ones who are your enemies that came and killed you even when you did nothing. Yes, they gave you a dog, a bad name, in order to kill you. I am using English language so that everyone could hear me and hear me clearly. We will never forget, but we will always forgive. To forgive is divine because they say that to err is human. They erred. They killed you and I in numbers. They denied us. And today, look at you. You are still relying on the same people. Look at you today, you are still boarding flight to run into a country of those that supported your massacre. And you come out here to tell me nonsense. Are you mad? I know you are not mad, just that you are confused. You understand? Just because you are confused. I know what is happening. No event, no history. If you don't remember where the rain started upon you, you will never know where it stopped. Before you start running to people, before you start going to a certain country, think twice. Where were they when hunger was declared upon you, your sons, your daughters, your children, your mothers, your father's sisters, your uncles, your aunties, your nephews, your cousins? Where were they? Where were they? Whatever it is you believe in today, where were they? Where was it when you were being killed? There was no support. Nobody cared about you. Listen, I know that once the scars heals, you forget the pains of the wound. You have forgotten what you went through. Probably you were not born. And it's obvious that most of us today didn't have, or we didn't come from the acclaimed ancestry. We claim to have come from there, but I know too well that that war, that civil war cost us a lot. It brought a lot into our land. People who have no relation with us, they now joined us because our mothers was abducted, our mothers were, they were kidnapped, taken to a foreign land, used, impregnated, raped, and brought back to rot in hunger. They came back and gave birth. Then the blood, that's how we mixed blood. And today you see somebody who tells you that he's of Igbo descent. He behaves like somebody that wasn't even circumcised, somebody that wasn't even given a breast for suckling. Yeah, look at our utterances, look at our behaviors, look at the way we face our issues. We don't even consider things anymore like we used to. We don't have that relations like you can look at your brother and say, if not for this blood of a thing. Today, look at the way we kill each other, look at the way we come at each other's throat. Everybody wants to stop life out of each other. We have quickly forgotten what happened just a few years back, 1970 to 1967/70. Maybe you were not born. I wish you were here then to witness what we witnessed, but then it's part of life. Don't come here to ask me my age, if you don't want to collect. Hey, respect yourself. Today, you are running to one country to another. For what? And you are here hyping. Have you forgotten that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is there, sitting there? I am too, even me, I hyped P2B because I have seen that every avenue had been exhausted. I had no other choice. That is why I had to follow up. Because I know that if this governance can fall into the hand of our brother P2B, is as equivalent to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being on the throne. That is why I had to go for P2B. I had no other choice. Had it been P2B came from South, Niger Delta, or he came from Southwest, I wouldn't have supported it one bit. But because he is coming from Igbo land, he is part of us, he's one of us, it will be easier for us to ask for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from our own brother than it is to ask from a northerner in the person of Muhammadu Buhari, the person who even enforced his coming back, his extradition, his kidnapping, his whatever we need to target back to Nigeria. So why should I support you now to start begging? Begging for what? Asking for what? Please, son, senior advocate of Nigeria, barrister, I don't know if it's Professor Mike Ozekome. Yes, you are we know what you are to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but please, on behalf of your nation, I am asking you, please, do not intercede anymore. Just follow your legal process. The matter has been concluded in the court. After the appeal court of Nigeria ordered that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be released and no other court should visit the matter again, they still held him down. Please, it will be, we are Igbos. We are not Calabaris, neither are we Ijaws, Urobos, Efik, Tibi, or wherever. We are Igbos. We don't beg. We believe in ourselves. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu went there as a villain. He will surely come out triumphantly. He will be a conqueror. And then his title will confer on him a reputable title that when any ear hears it, it will be resounding. Do not beg. We don't beg. We are sons. We are not slaves. And a son doesn't beg for food. A son doesn't beg for anything. I can still refer you my able land leader. Yes, according to the book of Psalm 23, it says, the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He leads me. He does this. He does that. The particular point I want to pick out, it says, I shall not want. And when you go to that word, I shall not want, it covers a variety of, it says, I shall not want for protection. I shall not want for food. I shall not want for freedom. I shall not want for money. I shall not for a lot of things. We are sons where we come from. We are not weaklings. We don't beg. I cannot beg President Muhammad Buhari to release Mazi Nnamdi. No. Let us exhaust every part, every bit of the law. We shall touch on it all. Let's see how Mazi Nnamdi can be convicted. Let's see where he went wrong and all that. The court has checked and says he is free. Let him go. So I don't see us begging. And I can never support anybody begging. Even you enforcing sit at home, it is stupid of you now. We don't need it. We don't need it. We've been sitting at home all these years, all these months. It's 2 years now already. So sit at home for what? To prove what? Or to enforce what? Allow them. Let them get to the brim of their madness and they will destroy themselves. Yes, it's called self-destruct. Don't beg them. Don't enforce any sit at home. Allow people to go about their lives. We will succeed. How many months ago they forced Nigerians into money scarcity? You can't even access your money in the bank. You go to ATM in the 2 a.m. in the morning to see if you can get money by 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. Why are you begging now? Begging for what? Buhari has a few days left. He can never exceed 29th of May. Even if this heaven is falling, he must vacate office. His vice will take over. Either his vice release Mazi Nnamdi or P2P or Tinubu, any of them that gets into the office, this election can still be annulled and they can still cancel it and organize another one because prophecies has been there and people have spoken and people even from the inside has said that it's possible that Osibanjo could take over power from President Muhammad Buhari. So I don't see any reason why you should beg him. You begged him in 2021, he didn't accept. You begged him in 2022, he didn't accept. What makes you think that he will accept in 2023? No, even if he releases Mazi Nnamdi, I put it to you, he didn't do well. The God that preserved Mazi Nnamdi since he went into that prison from 2021 June, was it June 11 or 12 or thereabout? I'm not sure about the date. The God that preserved him from then will still preserve him from now till 29th of May. So don't beg him. He can come out now and say, I'm releasing him to maintain whatever. This is stupidity, it's political nonsense and political jargon. Listen, Igbos, let's use our brain. Yes. Let us use our brain. Buhari, after everything he did to the Igbos, look at his appointments, ministerial appointments. Forget about, what is he called? He's a minister of labor or whatever. And Rotimi Amechi, who wasn't from Igbo land, though he bears our name, he came from wherever. He's not an Igbo man. They gave him minister of transport or whatever. And then who else? So his lopsided appointments over the years, which did not favor us, apart from the River Niger Bridge, second Niger Bridge, which wasn't even awarded by him. It has been awarded, just that he happens to be the one stepping into the office when the previous president was leaving. Then he had to do it because it's not by his making. It's a job that must be done. So today he'll be bragging that if not for me, there won't be. He should understand that we've been without for many years. So without him, we can still continue surviving. Because it's now obvious that in Nigeria, we are surviving. We are not living. After all, we are running the economy. So that is how it has been. Therefore, I urge you, my brothers, I'm telling you, do not beg him. Do not enforce any seat at home. Let us continue the way we are. The well didn't start with Buhari, neither is it going to stop with him. Yes, we have been eating chicken before bazaar. Leave it. There will never be any seat at home. People will go about their businesses. It's just, today is what? Today is 7th or 6th or 5th, I'm not sure, but maybe 6th. So it means that he has 3 more weeks and 2-3 days left. He will vacate the office. Nobody will beg him. And he even said that after he finishes his tenure in the office, he's leaving Nigeria. He's running to Niger. Imagine that statement. So it's nothing. Let's not worry each other. Forget it. Don't pressurize him. Tomorrow they will send their army again to come. They will say, it's because these people did this, they did that. We don't need it. Let's not put anybody in jeopardy. Let's not put anybody under pressure. Let him continue to stay in that Aso Rock. What will remove him will remove him. He should understand that anything that has a beginning will surely have an end. Anything that has a beginning will have an end. We saw his beginning in 2015, and we are seeing his end in 2023. We leave. Nigeria will continue. Don't beg him. Ayonia Biko. Nwere ya na ayori ya. Nwere onye obu. Ayo na obata. Ayo ga na opua. Okwa yen ya. Ke na ayori ya Biko. Unu ayozini ya. Ndị IPOB Biko nu. Ka anyị gbakwa unu ndị IPOB. Nnamdi Kanu abụkwa asụ n'onwe ya. Nnamdi Kanu abụkwa maka Biafra ka o ji bịa ụwa. Nnamdi Kanu bụkwa ya manụ n'ọrụ onwe. O nwekwa French, nwee ukwu, nwee ibe. We love him. So ka hapụ ịdị ka onye tinye uche. Ị yara consider onye na-etinye uche ebe Nnamdi Kanu nọ. Ịda asị nwanna. Asị na anyị bụ ndị Igbo. Asị na onye abụ ikwu ya na ibie ma ọ nọọyị ya. Ma ọkwanụ na onye abụkwanụ business associate ya ma ọ something. Ma ọ friends or fans. A na-enwe ya enwe. So ekopụla onye ọbụla. Ị na-ekwu uche ga anyị na-ekwu uche anyị. Nke a na-ekwu bụ uche m. Uche m bụ si ka ọ federal government. Si ka ọ Buhari. Ka ọ sit at home. Nwanne anyị need ya. We don't need them at all. We don't need them. Nyanwa ga-apụta maka chi go come out. You know die since anya mgbu egburie. O nwere ihe egburie, agụ egburie, ọ ya egbunwurie. You go come out. A na-ayọzi o nwere ike echi kịta na Buhari eje release enya ka ọ wee bụrụ na ya na ndị Igbo dị na mma na o disappoint ya ndị Igbo. Ama mma anyị na-aghọta. Na eziokwu sọsọ rapịa nke a agago. O dolo onye ọbụla anya na in fact m ga-emepe this line. Onye bụkwa na ya na-ekwu na ọla ikiri ya. Ọkpọkwasị na ọla ikiri ya. In fact m ga-emepe line. Ana m ga-asa gị ife ikwu. Iyetago ikwuru okwu na only 100 men or something like that. Ama m na-aghọta na. Okay. Ọ bụrụ ịchọ ịkpọ na program a na nọmba ị ga-akpọ 08167787008. Iyetago. Na-agụ nke ịgbagote. Ka ị na-emetụ. Ọkụ anyị na ka m ga-esi eme ka ọkụ na-ewe ọkụ a na hey wahala so ọ bụrụ na ị chọrọ ịkpọ anyị na fon ka m tinyela dị nọmba 0816 ịkpọ anyị na this number ka ị mee your contribution. Onye emerecha na Nnamdi Kanu na nke ya agwụgo, you never finish. Onye aka ya kwụ ọtọ nwere ihe na-eme. Anyị nọ n'ọrụ. Na nọmba etinyere gị n'iru ebe a, ọ bụrụ na onwe ife na ị ga-akọntributi, kpọọ anyị na fon. Anyị nọ ebe a ka anyị nụ ife ị na-ekwu. Cheers nwanne, ka ife iche. Ịmara onwe ndị kwugasị okwu dịgasị aṅa some days back. Mana anyị fụrụ ọ dịkwa ka na ya fụrụ oke ụmụ nwanne anyị na-akpọ ka anyị malụ ka o si kwado. Nwanne m nke ncha bụ ụmụ. Onye bụla ebu ke ncha bụ ụmụ. Ebi ga ana m ekene ke ncha bụ ụmụ nwanne m, ife dị mma. Udo dị na my side. Ndano? Ndị Biafra abịa.
So well ọdụ jọrọ ikpe because o nwere ilu ndị nwaanyị na-atụ si n'Afrịka mara mgbe eji nwee ke nkwụ ụgwọ. O nwere nke nwe nọ na-agbagharị na Tanzania na Finland na-agba ọnụ shoshocho. Ọ bụ na ọ bụ na o nwere ndị strategy na agụrụ sitat home sitat home. Nke a gboro ịtọ na-akpọ gị na fon. Mmizi mkpọ gị na fon bụ okwu a bụrụ ibu. A na-asị ihe na that program bụ na 2021 ya ka ị na-ajụ ka ndị a ga-efu na-agwa gị site na onwe ndị na-amara ihe na-aga n'ọkụ na ejidere Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So luto feeling ha na-enwe ha bata chọrọ ịbata gbapụnye n'aka ndị ụmụ okoko na-amara ihe ha na-eme ndị otu ha na-emislead ha gwasịa gị nke a. So ị chọrọ ịnụ nne o nwere vidio mple gị data ma ọzọ bụ nke a na-akwado ime eleche mpito vivo ọkpụ ọzọ na-akpọ gị ka taa bụ ọzọ nke ịtọ. So my point ji nwachi ịkpọ gị taa bụ na onwe ma na ụmụ okwu gwara gị mgbe ahụ si gị na ọ na-amara ihe na-aga and na ọ na-azụ ike every glory ọbụla pụtara from IPOB and over IPOB member nkwụsị mgbe onye akwụmanụ visitor at home taa 9 ụka ebe a nọ ya abago na 10 mana o tiri sit at home na 9 ya on Tuesday nke bụ tata na Nigeria. N'ala Igbo maka gịnị adịghị onwe ihe dị n'ụlọ ọ na-abụ ọpụta na social media ọ na-abụ na onwe ihe bụ na onwego dị platform mefe ejidezie Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na onwe platform na so ndị mmadụ n'ezi anya mgbe ejide Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ọ ga-aga allegation na eflu onye alere Mazi Nnamdi Kanu onye alere Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So many people there also ihe ndị na-eme ndị ọzọ accuse so many people follow onye azị na ọ dị genuine. Taa na nwere nete na ọbụla ọ mara ọ na-eme na-abụrụ either sit at home or fundraising o nwere nete na ọ mara ọ na-eme and sit at home ihe ga-eji mma na onye onwere onye na-efoli ya bụ na o mesie sit at home a na-ana Igbo mgbọsị ọbụla o declare sit at home nwere mgbọsị ọbụla anya ndị mmadụ na-eji ya ntị azụ onye declare sit at home mana a na-agwa ha na mbọsị ọbụla IPOB declare sit at home bụ IPOB leadership na ndị mmadụ na-enwe obi luto na onwe ihe a na-akpọ na onwe ndị ha na-elide na-aba anyị ndị a na-esi agbatu ozi na zitat ụmụadị ma na ọdịnụ mana ọ bụrụ onye bata gota midio na-eme ọnụ owowo oge kịta na o tiri zitat home o nwere ege ya ntị ala Igbo n'ike jere biznes aka
ị na-akọwa na today na ndị mmadụ gara afịa
gịnị ka ị na-ekwe ka mgba gị vidio ka ikiri n'anya gị na ebe ọ bụla hold up dị na Anambra steeti hold up dị n'ebe niile o nwere ndị sit-at home ahụ echi niile na aga o tinyere sit-at home echi niile o nwere okwu ego eme obe echi niile amaka gịnị na-eme sit-at home azụzi onye ka ọ bụ ha si na ụnọ na soshal midia n'ọnwa dum na-ebrọdkast ka ọ gịnị ọ maka na o nwere ha na-akpọ leadership ndị mmadụ alọs enwezidi trọst n'ebe ọ nọ bikọs ọnya o nwere ihe ala o nwere onye pik ihe ọbụla onye dị ihe ọbụla aka na-ata nwunye igbo afọ o nwere ndị dị na ọ ga-eme ka ọ ha ekponwo ndị nwa na ọ sị na ọ na-elidi na ọpụta soshal midia na-eme ọnụ ya kịta na anụrụzi ka atụ ndị a ga-efuru ya kwesịrị ịmali ife biko ozugbo onwe mgbe a na-agwa ha na ọ bụrụ ndị okoko nọ Steland tilidasita ụmụanụ nọ Mọnde na onwe ndị bile na-abịa obi lidaship so dutoro ụmụnna anyị nwụmụ ka Nnamdi Kanu asị na ha ga na-anọ disitatu so nyanwa tekizi ya the glory ihe ọ na-amara isi esi na nya capitalize ya nọ nyanwa every month sitatu mana ọ bụrụ maka ya ihe ị ga-eji nwee mana ọ bụrụ maka ya eji anya bụ na mgbe ọbụla o tinyere sitatu apart from that month na nwere ọbụla na-ege ya ntị ka anyị mmadụ na elekshọn na-eme n'ala Igbo wee mana o tiri sitatu na mbọsị elekshọn na mgbe o ji nwee kansụl ya nụ mana egere ya ntị gwụrụ na onye ahụ nwere na-ege ya ntị n'ọnụ ndị na-eje efuri ya zi na o nwere onye ọ bụ maka na ụka ndị mmadụ ka ịmalite bụ ụmụnna anyị na nke o tinyere na mbọsị elekshọn na onwe na mgbe anyị ọbụla ga-apụta na elekshọn enwee mee elekshọn na dị hola Igbo niile ọpụta stel ọpụta na-ekwu ya ọ na-apị obi etiro sitatuum o nwere onye ga-eti ewu sitatuum anyị gee ya ntị mana ndị be anyị achọrọ ya n'isokwu so my brother ife na-aga anọ bụ na maazị Nnamdi na ha mago na ọ ga-apụta and kịta ọ na-agbagharị nna kịta ọ dị ya mezi oge ọbụla ọ gbapụtara anyị wee kọrọntị na ọ na-eme ekwu ka o nwere ya ndị na-efolo na ebe enwe na atlisi onwe template ihe debere ndị a ka na-efe na ọ bụrụ sitatu ilogodo sitatu ụmụ for 1 month 2 months emanya anyị Biafra amabere ize maazị Nnamdi Kanu na-etinye anyị ụmụnna anyị n'afọ maazị Nnamdi Kanu agbago ụmụ kansụl sitatu ma IPOB a kansụl gị
ịmalụ na onye anụnwa na o mere onwe ya prime minister of Biafra land
my brother n'ife a niile bụ anyị na-amara background ya ịmakwa na ọnya na ọrịa mgbe a na-enye ebe o si n'ala Igbo onye na-ezu onye ezu ga-enye gị ịmarụ na ọnya bụ ọbịa promote imeji aji na o si na rich family gba ihe na mbizi ọ na-ebido si na nya bụ lawyer from lawyer na ọ bụ politician from politician na ọ bụ Nnamdi Kanu disciple from Maazị Nnamdi Kanu disciple na ọ bụ Dragon on Dragon na ọ bụ 50 in 1 man 100 man ime na Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na 50 n'ime ya ofu nyawa from kita bụzi ozi na nke apụta bụrụ spokesperson the prime minister
the current not uncle from the Abu spokesperson Biafra spokesperson to prime minister yes government fundraising achọrọ m ka anyị metụ aka na fundraising mefe pụọ fundraising ịma na ọsụ nọ ndị ESN ka eji afọndụ nchọrọ ịma ọpụta na ndị DOS ada akwụzi ndị ESN ụgwọ ka ọ gịnị ka ihe na-emezi
ugboro ole ka ndị esisi Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ejidere na ndị DOS a ga-apụta chọọlụ gị vidio ndị a bụ ndị ESN sinsi a iji wee jide Maazị Nnamdi Kanu onye enwebere emi vidio nwepụtarazi na ndị a bụ ndị ọ na-emere ESN fundraising na andị onwe a na-achọ ka ndị a na-efoli ya marụ onwe ihe o ji ebisi igbu ha ịmagodo ejide Maazị Nnamdi Kanu kom ebuki na onye ọbụla mara onye ga-efu from the ka o si wee batazie fụlụ onye nke a na-akpọ n'elu ofu ebu ma ọ bụla ma mgbe ikpe abido
but ya sị na ndị mmadụ amara ọhụ to follow ndị IPOB mara na enwere DOS even before ejide Nnamdi Kanu enwego DOS so ọ bụrụ
onwe ndị nọ n'ime IPOB ejidere Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ka dịlụ ofu ugbu a bụ onye IPOB nwekwara nke na IPOB na-ejidezi Maazị Nnamdi Kanu kpọrọ akọ ndị nya na ya na-awụ ọgụ duto na ha chọrọ igbu leader by force ya na Simon Kanja ọ bụ ndị ọzọ allegation na ha le Maazị Nnamdi Kanu then from there ịmaka ụmụnna anyị ndị be anyị nwere emotion ha na-efolo mmadụ with emotion ha nwere ike ịpụta chịta nkụkụ ga ha jụwa mere onye dị ụta so from there enwetabe ebe dị leadership nọ mana ụmụ oge lụziri ụfọdụ ndị IPOB mmadụ ihe na-aga na ọnya mere ji adị efolozie too much otu esi efolo bịa bifo mana ife nna chekwa gị n'ebe ESN nọ my brother bụ na o nwere onye nke nwa bụ owu Igbo amaghị ịdị nwa IPOB without the IPOB member ịmaghị ịdị mụ dị ESN without ihe na-eme na IPOB onye a na-abụ IPOB member ka ebe isi wee malite bụ ESN maka na bekee ma ndị na-aga na ESN na-ebugodu nọmba 1 IPOB and ọ bụrụ ọdịnarị IPOB member ga-ama ife dị na ESN na so mana o nwere ka o si nwee by then ọ na-blackmail ndị ọzọ ka ọ na-erekrutukwa from this fundraising ọ na-eme na ka o si akwụ ndị ọzọ ya na ụgwọ maka my brother enweghị ụgwọ nwekwa original ESN ndị fọlụ out ya ndị eji ego ogolo then luto fundraising ọ na-eme ọbụla maka ọ na-enwe ihe ka mba ihe bụ na scam mana mmadụ mara anya ọ mara anya ya so ọ na-emezi the fundraising
summarize
onye tinye ekolo ụfọdụ ndị na-enwere ndị ọbụla
mana onye chọrọ ka egoti ya ka egotere na ịghọtago oge maazị Nnamdi Kanu na maazị na
so from there ka o si nwee mmepe anyị na oge ọbụla ọ na-eme fundraising na because o bidoro wit ndị a within the ofu ego and ịmago na before ejide maazị Nnamdi Kanu ụmụ onye na-handle this ego ESN a na-akpọ nwaanyị nọ na Amerịka a na-akpọ Madam Oyibo from that Madam Oyibo na Nelly connived with Madam Oyibo and Simon when hijack the fund of that ESN so from there I use Vezina and a website that I use name fundraising no from there because when hijack the IPOB fund website www.ipub.uss.com ever can hijack when give you a them so my brother nke na-enye ana ndị ọchọ ịchọka ịmalite na-aga n'ọbụla kmel oge ozugbo as an able sabo na-echi oge ozugbo aja ka ndị ọzọ ndị
mana adịkwa ama chalo ka m bịa o nwere ife bụ na nkwụsị okwu a na m ga-end call achọrọ ka ị ga-eme ntị enyego m gị 11 minutes now achọrọ ka m gwa gị that na many people hapụrụ DOS and IPOB wee sobe autopilot achọrọ nke ịma aka ya today the reason why I ji mee ya follow the moving train mgbe ahụ elotere na nnọ Ghana mgbe the final war mụ na ha gba I was in Ghana 2021 the thing bụ that na obodo bịa jụọ oyi even as I speak to you na o nwere reason ji wee wepụta ife Nnamdi Kanu today obodo bịa jụọ oyi that moment o nwere ihe na-eme many men on the phone, women on the phone. Nothing was happening. DOS was silent. Nobody came up with explanation on what happened. Why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was extradition, who sold him, and the stories surrounding it. So the thing, so many guys here, this guy Enanya, for it was word, Donny, based on on air, Kamanona, Enezilanya, nothing, young capitalize here. So in a way, more another two blame am cha, my name I agwakwa emekwunya ka ọ dị clear to ndị autopilot ife ndị against otu a that guy nọ Simon Eba enwe problem with him for pushing for referendum or release of Mazi Nnamdi mana ebe ndị against him bụ itinye mba chelo ka m bịa o nwere ka m bịa wait o nwere ihe dị substantial nke m dị aware nke m ma anya ya ka m ga-ekwu for isi ndị na-ata afụfụ onye chọrọ ibu egbe ya buru egbe nọ mmadụ si buru egbe ọ bụrụ by force ife a bụ ife na-agụghị eri oge ya ka eji wee were ego nye ikweta na ị ga-ebu egbe ana m ekwu generally ebe ọ na-emetụ ndị Igbo because for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be generally accepted by everybody because of frustration there in the land. So I'm talking about those ones who are frustrated. So anybody necessarily west in Abule, no, Yabu the only way out, on Yabu a criminal. So I am talking on the side of the people. For people to have started listening to him or following him was as a result of the camp, DOS. It is very quiet, and there was no explanation on what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, how he was able to be arrested. Few days after the northerners declared him, even placed the bounty on him for 100 million naira. Few days after the bounty, he was captured and arrested. And DOS, after 7 days, we are not able to substantiate or to come up with explanation to the people as to what happened to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So I just want to say thank you for your contribution. Everybody has listened, and we've picked the point from what you said. I want to say thank you, and I will let you go now so that some other people will come on. And we figure one day, but for the final time, before you,
Okay, my brother. Even now, ụmụnna anyị na-ege ntị bara anyị Igbo ga-adị mma. Ife nna anyị na ya Chukwu bụ ka anyị Igbo dị mma. Ọ bụ alụ onye ukwu bụ alụ anya ntị. So ụmụnna anyị ndị na-ege ntị, anyị Igbo ka ya adị mma. And ihe anyị na ya Chukwu bụ ka o wepụtala anyị Mazi Nnamdi Kanu n'udo na onye aka o ya n'inwe ihe dị ime ya n'arụ. Onye a na o nwere ihe bụ na lọbụ m nwere ebe ọ bụrụ ihe mmadụ ga-eji aka ọnụ nwee kọ mana ihe anyị na-arịọ Chukwu bụ na o zitegoro anyị mmadụ dịka onye a andị ọ na-ekwu ihe ụwa na-anụ na-ekwukwu ihe bụ onye na-enwefi ụmụnne na ọbụrụ ndị ọchịchị anyị nwe. So ụmụnne m na-ege ntị ka ekpebere na Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na-ekpesiri ya ike ka ọ pụta na-akụkọ ụfọdụ n'ala Igbo na ọ ga-apụta n'ike na ebube Nnamdi ka anyị Igbo anyị ka anyị ndị ọzọ ndị ha ji Lagos eto ọnụ ka anyị Igbo anyị ka anyị nwelukanye ya tụwa ọnụ. So ọ bụrụ ma ndị ụmụnna anyị ndị dị confused ha ga-emesịa ghọta onwekwa ndị na-ekebe dị confused ha na-efolo dị ha na dị lọya nne-eji afọ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu anya ọgụ ọbụla o nwere onye ya na ndị ọdụ na Finland na-alụkọ. So my brother, ebe a ka aka m dị ebe a ka m kwụsịgodoro taa.
Thank you. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you. God bless you. Yeah, and somebody was making a comment saying that we will not leave Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to follow Simon Ekpa, period. This is your own opinion. Somebody else has an opinion saying, I will continue to follow Simon Ekpa. Let me just go up a bit and tell you, show you who just said that. Eziokus also says, so it's confirmed that some people actually sold him. I wonder if it's also 30 shekels they were paid. Yes, it might not be 30 shekels, but we all know that Nnamdi Kanu was betrayed and sold. And then you know where all fingers are pointing at. So let's not pretend like we are ignorant of what went down in Kenya. Okay, Eziokus. Eziokus also, they worry you. But you be my man. Emmanuel, nice John. I saw you. Fussy Opera to say we will not leave Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to follow Simon Ekpa, period. Well, Simon Ekpa has been there. Is either he's accepted or he's rejected. But one thing still remains that both of you are rooting for one thing. I don't know what his objectives were, but from your act or your display, we were able to tell, because there's no way you could tell what is in the heart if not from what you heard from the mouth. So that is how it has always been. So let's take from another caller now. This guy, I don't know, I think he's calling from India. Let's hear. Hello, my brother. I'm a no India. Look what I've gone plus 91. Neko go the cafe name to wonderful. Yeah.
I like program.
Thank you.
But but that guy now, that's first caller now, but that guy now, all on a queen on a mission actually gave by his you. Yeah,
I understand you. Yeah. I'm the name. I want the name. Yes, see that's a warrior. Yeah. Oh, the book. Why you do? No.
Then how can get tomorrow she gives zona azuka board? We're not about Madoku. Anyway, that one about. Onya nekuna any Biafra government in Ezai, they need the government. So what
chọziri ka o werezie azin ka ọ bịazie mee overthrown gọọmenti ka o mee ka o mee gọọmenti institute na Nigeria nwere gọọmenti. Okay, all those pictures, faces niile dị na Biafran government in exile, all those professors, all those people, pictures niile ha dị ebe ahụ. Does it mean na Simon Ekpa scam ihe niile aha nọ that place? Ha were kwete were na-eso Simon. Ihe m chọrọ ịgwa gị ewu. People might not like the strategy Simon Ekpa ji abịa. Yes. Some people may not like him. And ndị a gị na ha, okay, somebody ka gị na ya na-achụ anụ. A na-achụ anụ aha, ya asịsị na ọ baga eri ka ọ ba anụ. Somebody pụtara na life Lucas were na-ekwu, instead of Simon Ekpa ga-eweta Biafra, kama Biafra apịa na-apịa ncha.
Why? Ka onye na-ekwu dị okwu a, why?
Ike nke uru akụ sị, kama Simon Ekpa agaghị eweta Biafra, kama ya nyanwa Biafra abịa na ncha. Somebody pụtara na-ekwu dị okwu a, that is it. Oh, hate and hate. That first collaborator nọ na-ekwu ihe niile ọ na-ekwu. Otu nyanwa na onwe ya na-ekwu ihe niile ahụ ọ na-ekwu. Ejụrụ ya ajụjụ sị ya, mgbe e kidnapụrụ Nnamdi Kanu, DOS was quiet. Why was they quiet? And onye a na-ekwu ihe ọ na-ekwu na Simon Ekpa have been following Nnamdi Kanu to many meetings. Ndị odochi na asanwuru and Emeka esoro Nnamdi Kanu aga. Nnamdi Kanu na-akpọ Simon Ekpa na-epu tupọde. Mkpuchi na o nwere vidio Simon Ekpa gbapụtara mgbe Simon Ekpa and Igbo World Congress nọ na meeting. All those people na-ekwu ihe a na ha amawa why Nnamdi Kanu ji were kpọrọ Simon na-eti arụ those meetings.
But you know, let's now. Can you go to start with? Are you IPOB member?
I'm not an IPOB member. When you're with IPOB, but I'm a follow since Nnamdi Kanu si, I'm a follow every day. For not being IPOB member, is it not obvious to you that there were some few things that you may not understand about their movement? So now let's take it to the hierarchy of that organization. Obonebo, a member of IPOB, and then Neno, na top echelon. And before you get to the top, Emma Mili Malo Ifono Gabiga, starting from 2012, then getting to this is complete 11 years of IPOB's existence. And then somebody who refused to oblige or to comply with the rules and the regulations of the organization, because someone if actually the organization actually got everything sobusi. About that now, nature ke partake here, ni phenomena IPOB. More na Biafra struggle you get a root, and the root of Nkana make it up IPOB, but that they follow their rules or lay down policies. Which na onye anụnwa Simon Ekpa refused to do that, believing that Nyagana Natoku direct. Chelo can call you something. Chelo can call you something. Simon Ekpa feel as a disciple of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not from Nnamdi Kanu direct. Nyagana Natoku. Nandi anine nwere onye ofu ga-agwa this and that. So that is the reason, but that all the members of IPOB achọrọ in ihe ọbụla ọ na-akọ. Because now, even if we should hang now, I seek here opinion from chat, from comment section. Most people are not happy with Simon Ekpa for the fact that he refused to go the way they went. Now, can we get you to ano? Ma basekwando eputechi bia exact authority nisi manekwara abando. He brought a bona fide member of this organization. So, well, I remember what I said. That Simon Ekpa is either no ga niru me autopilot obulu nke direct wepia from IPOB obulu nke direct ona achuzi ona achu after all enwelo BLM Biafra whatever ma lower Niger ma ndi Biafra liberation movement you ma different organizations so pro Biafra and this struggle group mana ya nwazi no onwe ya chokia anchor on IPOB an already established movement
but refused to go or to comply with the policies which was laid down by their leader. So if you want to romance with him as Nnamdi Kanu, you can continue to romance with him, prison. But as it stands now, you can't step on the already established authority. No, you not gonna walk now. It's your war. So can I like that?
Meetings on it. On Nnamdi Kanu and Simon take oath, go and listen to him. On Nnamdi Kanu and Simon take
it is possible. No, Gakwanti. It's possible now. It's possible. Sorry, wait. Ganti. It's possible. Nnamdi Kanu all these things. But nkai bolo mmadu. O nwere opsokwu abono even na ministries niile dịkwa na. As a minister of tourism or whatever, neighbors a friend, neither na cabal. You cannot, you will keep better. Now my own ministry, Simon Can and cause one no matter Kaibu. Nnamdi Kanu Simon the buy you on man Nnamdi Kanu puta. Man Otua Nnamdi Kanu no ni lo nwere on.
Wait, can go get ben ministry book you work. Wait the Nnamdi Kanu issue, memo issue. Your for direct. That memo issue. But I said your far hide there. All recently Kitana Kanu have your good with that memo. The first line in that memo is do not respond to Simon no matter what. Here I was statement in Nnamdi Kanu.
Do not respond.
And as in do not as Simon as in nobody should
interrupt
Simon
like forward but for
immediately forward then the first time Nnamdi Kanu Simon to broadcast in Radio Biafra. The code of conduct when he has said Simon never put a live broadcast now go ahead that Nahana say na sign no code of conduct no documents has in there yet that Naya sign now no can hand over his own platform to them before you broadcast that from Radio
the platform has the platform first hand there over upper platform here private and not through that go get you again broadcast. Kezi can get access no surrender to them as somebody neutral to them. For him to withhold that thing, it means that he is not pledging any allegiance to them. Nnamdi Kanu mubo no wibo na mu broadcast ba. Ndị DOS mmadụ na-abụ mo ito ga-enwerịrị access. Either have admin to this page. Ha ga-abụrịrị admin to this page. Go see that nine are run parallelly or transparency dị na ihe anyị na-eme.
That place. Simon the first time Simon chọrọ ime Nnamdi Kanu interview. Agbara ya mgba before ya before agbagidere ihe mgba. Those people doesn't want Simon to interview Nnamdi Kanu for that first time. So when he a human being who sense, there must be
time. Your time.
Okay, so when you're not right now, to God who made me and you, sit at home in the
it's not needed. We don't need it.
Okay. But at the stance now, apart from as in see when you get to Simon I swear to Almighty God, as in nobody will be talking about Nnamdi Kanu now.
No.
Nobody. Nigeria government will not be. I got Simon maybe the new man. Finland, that shows that he's hitting them bad.
Okay. Your time is up. Your time is up. Your time is up. Thank you. Listen, let's make one thing clear. Emotions can never produce anything in the situation I find in Longwai now. This is that time when we need strong men. Listen, let me tell you something. You might not be a member of IPOB, like I am not, but I know what is good. I am a leader of an organization, okay? And apart from that, when you are not a member of a certain organization, your powers, your authorities has a limit. You are limited. You can't say you are limitless. You are limited. There are things you can do, there are things you can't do. That's why I was saying that Mazi, Simon, Eba, instead of being in IPOB or having this war with IPOB, why don't you go ahead, form your own organization, register your own organization, lay down your own policies and rules, then move and people will follow you. Those ones will walk in your footsteps. This IPOB of a thing has been established over the years. There are hierarchy, there are authorities, there are offices. So you just can't step in and want to exert authority on these people. This man just asked me a question like, have you seen Simon, have you seen Chinasa Nworu broadcasting? We're going to take this call. Okay, let's just take this, but hold on, bro. Hold on. Let me just can you just turn down the volume of your device, bro? Please. Bring down the volume of your device. Thank you. So you can't just jump in and start exerting authority. Ushina Samworu has not been broadcasting. I personally, when I talk, everything that has happened throughout this struggle, I can tell you where I was at any particular time. During that time when it was heating up, I was in Ghana. I was in Ghana in 2021. From August 2021, I was in Ghana. I left Dubai. I came to Ghana. Listen, I know what I said during that period. You are not a member. You are not a member. And this China Samworu and then the rest of them as DOS, they have not been doing what they're supposed to do. Even to make out 2 hours, disturbing the internet, asking people to share. Disturb the internet, let it go viral. They're not doing it. And I wasn't happy about it. And I said that Simon Eba has been the only one that's spoken. That's why some people will come out today and say, we remember when you used to hype him, and today you are talking against him. I am talking against him for one thing, subjecting the poor people we have at home to hunger because you want to enact a policy which is sit at home. And you could see that sit at home has not yielded anything. It's not helping us. So I want people to understand my stand on this issue. So let's hear from our brother who just called in from Nigeria. Good evening. You're welcome. So what's your take on this?
About Simon and DOS during the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu.
Yeah.
But here our
help us now. Yeah.
Emotions and they kill him in your life. He made a lot of mistakes. When he get of course something in a short time. So this kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, everybody was very, very shocked. Was in a shock moment of their life. Likewise, going for several weeks. I was shivering, where is our son? From now, a kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which everybody was in shock. They might not take your Simon a few days. Even the not DOS, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Not even my everybody was on shock. They were, trying to organize, trying to investigate because never anybody really expect that such thing will happen. So, Mazi Simon Ezuku, we look in the full year because not their internet that time and very busy, and he was going in the right channel. But that right channel on Aga, because malo direction malo direction on Aga, wrong direction. Don't take because don't believe him before. As a wrong direction, you will not take correction, or you foolishly continue fully, just like Christianity and Nigeria.
Yeah.
When Simon go to that initial time on a make US accused or kidnapped or he was saying the right thing for Biafra, but at some point, Simon Ekpa to me, Simon Ekpa is fucking for, to even that is for this Biafra to come.
So
as quick as
okay
as quick as Alice will.
Yeah, from your own side. First of all, you are not a member of IPOB. And you believe that what Mazi Simon Ekpa is doing is almost what you want him to do, but not in totality, right?
For their freedom. Number two, Simon Ekpa is not calculating the security of our people. Because it's first. When you are fighting for a nation, you are not calculating can your people see safe?
Yeah.
Can your people see safe? Each day and able today.
Yeah.
Now, as Nnamdi Kanu, I water that. Now, the here na fight and the security yamana na form in the east. I'm going to put them in danger, but rather can be saved from danger hand already. Eastern security network has Simon G has scam many people because not scam on and scam, but they don't know. Just that hand it fully because no Biafra. Now, Eastern security network, Mazi now they can form where for our bush cover because when you have enemy in the bush, you can be taken down at any moment.
Your time, 30 seconds left. 30 seconds left.
Yes, something that attract our enemies in our cities, like each committee crime. No, you may and attract. Which no, Simon Ekpa. Simon Ekpa is the reason why many soldiers deploy many soldiers in our community, our people. But Mazi Kanu say, I don't anything here attract enemies. That actually the actually Eastern security network. Not there, but Simon Ekpa make a hammer Eastern security network on our streets, not on our villages, in our towns. So here not there anything that.
Thank you. Sure. All right. I want to go from my brother. We'll make his own point. And I can work with other people, other callers who are trying to call in to contribute. Well, the thing is this. Action can be very, very objective. If you call not to narrate stories of what has happened, we just want to take things the way they are. We are talking about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu here. Are you in support of people still talking about sitting at home? Do you still want people to continue to ask Buhari to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, even when we know he has less than 3 weeks left in the office? So let's take from this brother. I think he's calling from Spain. I don't know. Hello, my brother. Good evening. Biko, we all know the story. Listen, Ige yili onye mba ogologo akwa. Onye imu no ade yili ogodom unani. We know you. We know your structure. We know everything. Today, Simon Ekpa is relevant as a result of the weakness of DOS. I am telling you, if the Directorate of State was strong enough, was eloquent, was talking, the only tools that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu used to subdue or to cause havoc or commotion within the federal system in Nigeria was his tongue. He was using every avenue available, which was broadcasting, talking, hitting the point. That is why so many people like him. And you're telling me that of all the people around him, no one could take to his, the way he was acting, which brought Simon Ekpa. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was doing his broadcast, Simon Ekpa, and he was broadcasting, which to a certain point, because of his eloquence, because of his consistency, that made Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to recognize him and now endorse him finally. So let's not be economical with the truth. Had it been that when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was as a rendition, that somebody stood up, started broadcasting, talking, giving facts. It's not about talking. It's all about giving us what we want, stating the fact, hitting the nail on the head. Then you know what would have happened, which would have been within the circle of the IPOB, those ones who are under oath already. But there was none found. Then remember when they said, but there was no man found who could speak for the people. And that's exactly what happened. It doesn't matter. You could be educated, you could be whatever. But for the fact you don't have that oratorial ability, remember everything. IPOB could have continued with their media power, but for the fact that no one was found to continue in the footsteps of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that was what brought about the emergence of Simon Ekpa with already established platform. He now capitalized and take advantage, and nobody could challenge him in that aspect. The only problem he has was that he wasn't an oath member, which made me to say, the earlier you realize that you will never have peace in this already established platform, you better stick to your platform and move ahead with this, your ideology, with this zeal, so that you could not have any problem with people along the line. And for the fact that he did not adhere to that, that is why there is all this commotion today. Tomorrow you hear this saga. You don't need it. All you need to do is stand on your feet. Start your movement. That is what Mazi.
I would like you to ask me questions. Answer you one after the other, like you did to others.
Okay, all right. The question is this. For a little while, it's been Simon Ekpa. Everybody knows the voice we've been hearing and the policies on the ground, which we have been fighting. Whatever, I don't know how to put it. It's not a policy, but it's like I don't know. What he has been telling us, that we must adhere to this, we must stick to this, we must sit at home. All these things has been coming from the camp of Mazi Simon Ekpa, which automatically doubles as autopilot, not from DOS. So, do you
The Kanu, Simon Ekpa interview. Simon Ekpa Doria, if you don't have anything on your table to get Biafra, I come to provide something for you. It is on record. That is one. Secondly, Simon Ekpa Goronya will say, if I saw if I can talk in a peaceful way, are you ready to take it in the other side? Am I even in Kuma here? The third one, Simon Ekpa Goronya, you said you are looking for 100 men and 50 men in one. Go and look for the rest of 50 people. All year, from when you're on an or TOS, they've been seeing so very much. How does it people? Our papa,
Oju, how many times gig are your mother? You are when you okay. You are not changing. How many times gig are your man not changing? Or you get a mother to your brother, Jiggy, Lucio Bonache, one, you Japana, Elysia, my name are not one. Give up your take, your time, I move on. You will have a few seconds left. Okay. You did. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. Sure. Sure. All right, guys. I know what is in Geneva. It's been a wonderful time with you guys, and we were only trying to throw light on what we see. It's not like we're allowing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's issue to just go like that or sweep it under the carpet. No, but the fact is, we know what we know. He has been there for 2 years now. We were just 1 month short of 2 years. People have begged. He was left with just a cloth and everything that went down, which we know. He was denied a right to medication. He was isolated, and people were even tortured for even getting close to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in DSS dungeon. A lot has happened, which we already know, but now, I don't think it makes any sense for any group from Igbo land, from his allies or friends, or even well-meaning, meaningful Igbos, or even friends to Igbo people or Biafra people. I don't see any sense it makes now asking Buhari to release a man who he extradited, somebody he forcefully brought back to the country against his wish, somebody who he denied his right, fundamental right. We know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the crime that he committed was speaking out. And then don't forget that ever since he had been arrested or as a rendition, Nigeria has not witnessed any peace, neither has Nigeria gained any relief. Nigeria has not gotten any better. We have still been where we were. We were even getting worse. Look at the just concluded elections and all the things that's been happening. So everybody could see that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not the problem of the country. The country is already sinking. And now, for you, Buhari will listen to you. If he couldn't listen to Mba Zulike Amechi, who was, I think, minister in the First Republic. He couldn't respect his office. He couldn't respect his age. He couldn't respect his, he was an ambassador anywhere as at that moment. So he couldn't respect his antecedents. Yet you think that he will respect you. And your continuity in asking for his release, I think that makes you a weakling. It is, you are trying to bring Igbo nation into disparity. It's uncalled for. I think we should just lay low, allow Buhari to continue with his tyranny, and in few days, he will expire just like in smoke before the wind.